Hey guys, Zoranith here. Today I'm going to show you a speed team for Death Lab. This dungeon is quite a pain, can be very slow, so hopefully this helps you guys get through it a little quicker. I've only been running this team for about a day so far. My fastest time with it is 41 seconds. And if we go and look at the leaderboard for Death Lab, we could see that we're not far behind. I think the fastest is only about 40 seconds. So, pretty close, pretty speedy. Um, I'll show you guys how this team works. I'll explain why it works, and I'll show you guys my gears here in a second. We're going to go into a 20 series. Now, I will say that this team is not super consistent. It's been, I'd say, maybe 65, 70% clearing, but it clears fast. So we'll see if we get lucky and get a clear on this first one. If not, I'll explain why it can fail. So first wave, we have Dr. Tree, Tree Dr. Evil going in and clearing with S3. Second wave, we'll have him do his S1. Spider will come in and hit, and then Pumpkin will finish it off with the S3 with the team up. We'll move into the third wave where Dr. Evil will just clear it again with the S3. We move into the boss wave. Dr. Evil's going to hit the shield. Spider's going to hit the shield, break it, and then the Pumpkin's going to come in and land a defense break, and then we're going to finish it off with 2 hits from the light Popo. Um, then he's going to hit us. That's okay. Break the shield again, and then let's get that defense break. Perfect. And then let's finish him off. So, yep, that was an example of a perfect clear here. Let's watch this again, and maybe we'll get a fail. But the trash waves will be super consistent. I've never seen it fail going through the trash waves. It'll clear these all the time. Where it does fail is on the boss wave, and it's really down to whether Light Pumpkin lands his defense break. If the Pumpkin doesn't land the defense break, then the run will probably fail. If he does, then it'll clear. So he's gonna clear it out again. Um, we'll maybe run it one more time just to see if we can get a fail so you can see that. Um, but it's been a pretty quick team for me. Um, so let's see if we can get a fail here. Uh, yeah, and you guys can see the consistency of these early waves. It'll look just like this every time. Okay, come in, clear this wave, and let's see what happens here. Let's see if we get it. Oh, we got the defense. Okay. Anyway, the pumpkin can miss the defense break every once in a while, but once he does miss it, you'll probably fail the run. But after this one, I'll show you guys my gears. Let's finish him off. So that was 3. Let's see, our fastest in that was 42. Slowest was 45. That's pretty normal for this. Usually runs somewhere between 42 and 45. It's actually pretty pretty normal for what this team runs. Let's see if we get anything good. Nope, junk. That's okay. So we'll go back to the screen here. I'll tell you a little bit more about the gear setup for this team. We'll start with Dr. Evil. So for Dr. Evil, the conditions that you need to satisfy for him are that he needs to move first in your team, so just give him whatever speed puts him first in your comp, and then he needs to do enough damage to clear waves. Gear type doesn't really matter as much for him. You're just kind of looking for stats. So, I have Fatal and Power, but you can go with whatever. You can do Broken Set. I'm running right now speed, uh, attack, and crit damage. I'll just run through click through the runes that I have here so far. Um, give you guys a second, and you can pause on these. Uh, and there's 3 things that you're trying to optimize with Dr. Tree. First, you need to get him to at least 67 crit rate. That way, with his leader skill of 33, you will get to 100 crit rate. Um, the second thing is you need to have good accuracy on this guy. Uh, the S3 that is clearing waves 1 and 3 will do increased damage the lower the target's attack bar is. And S3 it does the pushback, but it needs accuracy to do that pushback. So it's critical for Dr. Evil to clear waves, so he needs that accuracy. I was trying to run him with super high attack. I think I had like 1.5 thousand more attack, but I had low accuracy, and he just wasn't clearing waves. Mine's at 77 accuracy, and that's been working good. I've never seen him fail to clear a wave with that accuracy. For other stats, just pump as much into attack and crit damage as you can. When you're starting this out, mine's at, as you can see here, plus 1600 attack and plus 200 crit damage. We'll talk about the gear on the others, but he's getting an extra, 500 attack from Inspire. So all in all, he's at about 3,000 attack. Next unit, and I'm going to do them in order of the speed tuning. So we have uh, the Tree Spider, and he's probably the easiest to build here. So run him on full Inspire. And the conditions that you're trying to meet with him are he needs to move second. In your comp, he needs good accuracy. Mine's at 96 right now. Everything else is kind of a bonus for him. I'll click through what I have. I just have some stuff. I don't even have everything grinded on him, but I'll click through the runes I have on him real quick. I am running accuracy, some crit damage. Um, like I said, so just aim for accuracy on him. Everything else is a bonus. If you can get some extra crit rate, crit damage, that'll help your damage dealer. Just stay away from attack on him because his skills scale off of defense. And again, he is mainly here to multi-hit and break down the shield on the boss. There's probably an opportunity for you to stack some luck up on him, things like that. Um, Next up, we have the Light Pumpkin, um, which he could be a little bit tricky to build because he is kind of stat hungry. So the things that you need to satisfy for him are that one, he needs to move third on your team. You need a lot of attack so that his S3 teams up with 3 allies. There is a specific threshold that you need to pass with your attack. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's somewhere around like 3,500 total attack, which is pretty high. Mine's at 3,700 attack when you include the Inspire bonuses. And this one is above the threshold, so I didn't really go back and try to down downgrade his attack to see exactly where that threshold was, but he always attacks with 3 units. So yeah, run him. You're going to want to run him attack, attack, attack. And I'll just click through some of the other runes here, and you can, you can pause on those if you want. The other thing to mention of him is you need good accuracy for him to land defense break. Like I said, if the pumpkin misses a defense break, that's what's going to cause your run to fail. So get as much accuracy on him as you can while being above that attack threshold. Mine even has a couple of accuracy gears on him just to help him out a little bit there. The last units that we have are 2 light popos, which you could build them the exact same. I'll show you both of mine here, but conditions for them are just that you need them to move last on your team. They need to do enough damage that they clear the boss when they both attack. So to do that, a couple things. Get them both to 100 crit rate so that they always crit. Focus more on crit damage for the popos because a lot of their damage is coming from target HP rather than just pure attack. And then give them as much attack as you can after that, but focus more on the crit damage. I'll show you what my runes on them are right now. So we have attack, attack, crit damage. And I'll click through the other ones here, and I just have them on Inspire and then some extra crit rate, just to get them to that 100 crit rate. I'll pull up the other one here just so you can see. I have this one on a shock set just for that extra crit damage. But this one is attack, attack, crit damage. And then I'll click through the other runes here just so you guys can see them. Yeah, and again, just 100 crit rate, as much crit damage as you can, and then some more attack there just to make sure they are clearing the boss out. Um, yeah, and a couple things to just mention is there will be a more optimal spot than kind of what I'm showing you right now, where you start to pull back on some of the damage and start adding in luck. I'm not there yet. I might work on that going into the future. Like I said, I've been working on this team for literally one day and just been kind of focusing on trying to get it to be fast and somewhat consistent. I'll show you guys my AI settings. You could play around with these and probably save some energy here and there. For Dr. Evil, I have him on low for skill 2. He never needs to use skill 2 in this dungeon. You just need the S3 for the wave clears, and then you want the S1 for that extra hit on the shield on the boss. If we go over to the spider, over to his AI, I don't have it on. Maybe you guys can let me know if having it on for him improves consistency, but it seems to be working without that being on. Then for Pumpkin, I have him on just, high, mid, low for S3, S2, S1. Just so I like having him use that S3 on the second wave so that it clears it, right away and faster. For the popos, I have them, same high, mid, low for 3, 2, 1. Um, and that'll just help ensure that you are, killing off the boss. Uh, and I'll have some more run in the background. Maybe we could see it fail. Not that I want it to fail, but I just want you guys to see what it can look like if the pumpkin misses his defense break. But there you guys have it. Hopefully this helps you build a faster team for Def Lab. I know that dungeon, at least for me, has been one of the hardest and slowest to run. Let me know down in the comments on what ways you could think of to make this team better. How can we make it more consistent? Where can we trade off some stats for luck? Are there opportunities to make it faster? I think I've squeezed most of the juice out of how fast this particular comp is, but maybe one of you can really push it to the limit. Let me know how it works for you guys. Uh, and then lastly, if you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to end the video talking a little bit more about who I am. Since this is my first Element Fission video, I'm Zoranith. I'm the guild leader of Ataxia. And I'm really just a guy who likes playing the game. I'm not like an Element Fission genius or anything. I did come from playing Summoner's War, so pretty familiar with a lot of the mechanics in the game. Let me know if you all liked this video and found it helpful, if you want to see more. If I see the community responding well, I'll probably do some more stuff. If the video doesn't do well, it'll probably just fade away into the ether of YouTube. Lastly, just want to plug my guild, Ataxia. As of the posting of this video, we do have a couple spots open if anyone's looking for a guild. I like to describe us as kind of like active and competitive, but we're really chill. Really just looking for people who will play the game pretty frequently and want to participate in guild content. We're good group of folks. No one gets mad or upset if you lose matches or anything like that. I try not to micromanage territory wars and airship all that much, but uh, with that, I just want to thank you all for watching, and it looks like we are going to see a fail here, so you guys can see what that looks like. But yeah, uh, hope you all have a good one.